بسم الله الحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله وعلى آله وصحبه ومن والاه وسلم تسليما كثيرا أما بعد. So inshallah ta'ala we continue with الملخص الفقهي by الشيخ العلامة صالح الفوزان حفظه الله تعالى. So alhamdulillah we have covered the conditions of al-wudu. Likewise we spoke about the wajibat al-wudu, the obligations of al-wudu. As for today, inshallah ta'ala, we'll be speaking about the acts of sunan to be observed during ablution. But just to go and revise what we did last week, so what are the obligations of wudu? What are the obligations of wudu? Wajibat al-wudu. Where is the first one? Where that's condition. Yeah, obligation was the face. Naam. What about the hand? Yeah, sunnah. Sunnah. Naam. So washing the face, that's why washing the face is wajib. But washing the hand is sunnah when? When it's become fard. A wajib. Yes, when you wash the hands up to the elbows. Naam. So washing the face, the whole face. Yep. And washing the face involves what? Mouth and nose. Naam. Mouth and nose. The others, what's the second one washing? The arms, including the elbows. Naam. Thirdly, the head, and including the ears. Naam. Fourth, including ankles. Naam. Especially the back, the heels. Naam. النبي عليه الصلاة والسلام used to say ويل الأعقاب من النار. Woe to the heels for the fire, because people will not, some people they just heedless or clueless, don't wash the back of their feet or the heels. Naam, wiping the whole head, including the ears. Fourth, fifth, عفوا. Yeah, the order, yeah. Number 6. Yeah, continuously. Naam, continuously, without stopping. As for the act of the sunan of al-wudu, whatever act done in addition to above mentioned obligatory acts of ablution are deemed desirable. He who observes them will be rewarded, and there will be no blame upon him who refrains from observing them. Hence, scholars call such acts as the act of the sunnah to be observed during ablution, or desirable practices of ablution. Those acts are as follows. So now the Shaykh is going to mention the sunan. Using a siwak during ablution. So using the siwak, the way of using siwak have been previously clarified. In particular, siwak is to be used while rinsing the mouth with water during ablution. So when you use siwak, you use a siwak while rinsing the mouth with water during ablution, in order to ensure the cleanliness of the mouth, and to be ready for worshipping Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, reciting His noble book and invoking Him Almighty subhanahu wa ta'ala. Siwak. The second, starting with rinsing the mouth and the nose before washing the face. Starting with rinsing the mouth and the nose before washing the face, as stated in various hadith. When one is not in a state of fasting, one should rinse them inside and out, making water spread all through the mouth and sniffing water when rinsing the nose. Third one, sorry, I got mixed up. I mentioned the second one. I mentioned the third one, and I mentioned the second one. Because I mentioned siwak, sorry. Nah. Starting ablution with washing the hand 3 times. Sorry, subhanallah, my eyes tricked me. So starting ablution with washing the hands 3 times. I'll give you benefits about, the scholars of manuscripts. Sometimes there are some manuscripts for both, for the Bible and the Quran. They found some manuscripts have mistakes. Okay? So the scholars or the experts of manuscripts say there's difference between intentional mistake and an intentional mistake. So for example, if someone is copied down from a manuscript, because back in those days they had to copy down. There was no print. There's no printer. So imagine someone, let's say he's writing down Noon wal qalami wa ma yasturun. So he goes Noon wal qalami wa ma yasturun. Then his eyes tricked him. Instead of writing وَمَا أَنْتَ بِنِعْمَةِ رَبِّكَ بِمَجْنُونَ وَإِنَّ لَكَ لَأَجْرًا غَيْرَ مَمْنُونَ, he writes وَإِنَّكَ لَعَلَى خُلُقٍ عَظِيمٍ straight away. Because his eyes tricked him. So people who comes after, they say, look, Quran has been changed because this verse is missing. No, what it means, the person who was writing it, his eyes just tricked him, that's it. And he got mixed up. Or he was writing it down from his memorization and he got mixed up. But there is, when it comes to the Bible, there is which is intentional corruption or mistakes. There is which they know. But for Quran, first, like we mentioned before, we don't rely on the manuscript to begin with. We don't rely on the manuscript. Sahih? So we don't what they call it, that's what Shaykh al-Islam ibn Taymiyyah rahimahullah ta'ala said. He said in his kitab al-Jawab al-Sahih liman baddala din al-Masih, when he was refuting Nasara, he said, even if we do find today, during his lifetime, manuscript that has mistakes, we get the Huffaz to correct it. We got the Huffaz, the scholars of Quran, to correct it. Not the other way around. Because firstly, who wrote the manuscript? We don't know. Was he trustworthy? We don't even know him. How can he be trustworthy? Was he truthful? We don't even know him. Was he writing it in order? Or like we say, was he copying down from another manuscript? Or was he just writing it down from his memorization? You see, subhanallah. So just what happened to me now is a proof. Subhanallah. So the Shaykh, barakallah fikum, second one, starting ablution with washing the hands 3 times. That's sunnah. Before washing the face, as we mentioned the hadith or different hadith. This is also because the hands are the means through which one dips out water and wash the other organs. So washing hand is regarded as insurance and condition for the purity of all other parts of ablution. Thirdly, starting with rinsing the mouth and the nose before washing the face, as stated in different hadith. Starting with rinsing the mouth and the nose before washing the face, as stated in the hadith. When one is not in a state of fasting, one should rinse them inside and out, making water spread all through the mouth and sniffing water when rinsing the nose. Fourth one, inserting one's wet fingers into one thick bed. If you have a thick bed, then the sunnah is to get wet your fingers and you stick them inside like that. This is from sunnah. Ensuring the water reaches all its parts and washing one's fingers, toes as well, especially between them. Nah. So likewise, if you're washing your feet and you want to wash between the toes, then you get this finger, okay, from the sunnah to use this finger, and you through the in between the toes. Starting with the right organs before the left, as in washing the hands and feet. This sunnah. So it's not wajib, it's sunnah to start washing the right hand before the left, and the right what? Foot before the left. And also from the sunan, which is number 6, washing the face, hands and feet up to 3 times instead of once. Thus we have tackled the conditions, the obligatory acts and the acts of the sunan to be observed. Now before we move on, so from the sunnah is to wash the hands and the feet, washing the face and the hands and the feet up to 3 times. So you can wash once is wajib, twice is mustahab, 3 times is sunnah. 3 times is sunnah. Now, can you wash, like for example, imagine we are doing wudu. Can you wash one side, like your arm, the right arm, once and the other arm twice? Or if you wash twice, all of them has to be twice? Or you can mix? Now, you can mix. You can mix, but you cannot do more than 3 times. You cannot do more than 3 times. You cannot do more than 3 times.
What if you sometimes forget? Let's say you do it 3 times before you've done it twice.
If you want to do 3 times, so you build upon the less. So if example, you're not sure if you've done 3 times or twice. Maybe you think you've done 2, correct? So you can add 3 times. Yeah.
So it's fine.
It's fine, yeah. You can, if you do further before I've done 2. But even if you leave it, your wudu is still valid. Because doing it 3 times is what? Sunnah. Yeah. It's not wajib. فوق 3 لا يجوز. هذه بدعة. هذه لا يجوز هذه. نعم. So the Shaykh mentioned here, thus we have tackled the conditions. So we mentioned the conditions, the obligatory acts and the acts of the sunnah to be observed during ablution. So you, gentle reader, should learn, or listener, should learn them and keep observing them whenever you perform ablution to ensure the legal perfection and validity of your ablution, as well as the reward for it. So before we move on to the next chapter, let us go back to the sunan. What was the first one? Using what? Siwak. Using siwak. The other one, starting ablution with washing the hands 3 times. The third one, starting with rinsing the mouth and the nose before washing the face. Fourth one, inserting one's wet fingers into one's thick bed. Likewise the toes in between. The fifth one, starting with the right organs before the left, referring to washing the hands and the feet. The last one, washing the face, hands and feet up to 3 times instead of once. So the next chapter, way of performing ablution. Way of performing what? Ablution. Since you are now acquainted with the conditions, the obligatory acts and the acts of the sunan to be observed during the wudu, then you are aware of the proper way ablution is performed, which is an application of the above mentioned rulings. Put differently, the perfect way of performing ablution is achieved by observing these conditions, obligatory acts and acts of the sunan, which are derived from the text of the Sharia, Islamic law. You know, last week in Speaker's Corner, I was speaking to this Tunisian guy, man, like I did him. So I said to him, you know, we speak based upon the Quran and Sunnah. He said, of course, we have to speak based upon Sharia, which came before Quran and Sunnah. I said, how Sharia came before Quran and Sunnah, my brother? Sharia Isa, yes. But Sharia Islamiyah is based upon Quran and Sunnah. Some people, they just make up things. Like the other guy said, beyond kafir. The other brother. I don't know what is beyond kafir. I said, it's Iblis kafir. He said, no, it's beyond kafir. What is beyond kafir, ya akhi? Now, so based upon the Islamic Sharia, so every Muslim has to spare no effort in observing them once he knew them. Subhanallah, sahih. So that's why, subhanallah, always Salafiyun, what they teach the Shabab, they teach them that which will benefit them. Khawarij, they teach you how many kuffar in the world. Huh? Khawarij, they teach you kafir, you kafir. I had one brother told me a joke about Khawarij. You know, he's always online calling everyone kafir. So his father's like, it's time for eat, it's time for dinner. He said, my father, let me just call another person kafir. He wants to call the whole world kafir, ya akhi. Wallahi, ya akhi, subhanallah. You know, it's a kafir, ya akhi, Allah al-musta'an, man. But Salafiyun, alhamdulillah, they teach you, that will bring you closer to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The Khawarij, they will teach you about the leaders' names. Like this guy, he tried to mock the Salafis. He said, so when you give it da'wah, because they're jealous of us, alhamdulillah, about Allah's tawfiq, how many people accept Islam through us, alhamdulillah. It's a ni'mah from Allah. And we ask Allah to forgive us for not being very grateful to Him for it. So he said, so when you give them shahada, do you tell them they have to obey the rulers? I said to one of them, when you as a takfiri and khawarij, when you give shahada to the person, what do you tell him? Ashhadu anna Muhammad Salman kafir billah. Allah, this is your shahada. Allah, that's the first thing. Subhanallah. These people, may Allah save the Muslims from them. You know, and by the way, let me clarify something as well. Not every person says something takfir or khawarij, you call them khawarij. Because some people are not khawarij, but they've been influenced by the khawarij ideology. طيب? Because not every person, he says something kharij, you call him kharij straight away. طيب? Likewise, not every person says something, like the ulama mentioned, now a lot of awam, they have khawarij tendencies. Speak about the hukam and takfir and so on. So the shahid, barakallah fiikum, that's why always the mashayikh, ulama sunnah, they teach the people which benefit them. Shaykh bin Baz, rahimahullah ta'ala, if you do listen to his talks, he doesn't speak to the shabab about the leaders' issues. Because why? These people, the shabab, they can't even resolve their own problems. Skin, he has own problem at home. You're going to tell him about a problem of another country. Subhanallah, the hikmah of the ulama, Allahu Akbar. Not like once I went to one takfiri's place. This guy is known to be khawarij, hardcore khawarij. That was 2005. We went to the masjid. Not a masjid, it was musalla. This man, akhi, it felt as if I was watching Al Jazeera channel. Wallahi, akhi. Wallahi. So he was talking about the hukam, the leader, went this, went there. And I'm looking, I'm thinking, but by the way, I just started practicing, you know, I just come out Joe as well. So I went to learn my deen. And this person is telling about a leader in Saudi. Even back then, I was even proper Salafi. And, you know, some brothers try to give me da'wah Salafiyya. But I was a bit stubborn. And I'm looking at this imam telling us about political issues and problems. I'm thinking, brother, I need to get married, man. I was single that time. I think I need to get a wife telling me about hacking problems. والله no hikmah خوارج. No hikmah أخي. No hikmah. That's why the Khawarij, this side point, the Khawarij, they are very dangerous upon communities and societies. Do you know why? Because the Khawarij destroy 4 daruriyat, the 4 universal necessities. What are they? The Khawarij, they will destroy 4 universal necessities. The life, the honor. Because why? When they make takfir on you, they believe your life is halal. Your blood is halal. And they believe your family can be taken as ghanima. Subhanallah. Your wealth, barakallah, so it's 4. Not lineage, because lineage has nothing to do with them. But it's 4. Your wealth. Khawarij destroy societies. That's why Shaykh Islam ibn Taymiyyah said, Allah never gave victory to Islam through the Khawarij and the Rawafid. Subhanallah. Allah never gave victory to Islam through the Khawarij and the Rawafid. Ajib. Subhanallah. They said Daesh was the Al-Khilafah ala minaj nubuwah. Gone. Where is it? Why we don't hear about this about it anymore? Qaida. What happened? Subhanallah. So they never give. It's Sunnah Allah. Subhanallah. So the shade, barakallah fiikum, the way of performing ablution, intention, to intend performing ablution for the act of worship for which ablution is required, such as a prayer and the like. And intention, you don't have to say openly. You know, like nawaytu an atawadda li salat al-duhri ala sa'at, you know. Once my friend came to pray in my house, he came to my house, came to visit me, and he was like this. Nawaytu an usalli al-maghrib. I said, no, tell Allah which house is where you're doing it. You tell everyone in the story, what's this? I said, the intention is in the heart, my brother. You don't have to. nawaytu an usalli al-maghrib yawm al-ahad ala sa'at. Ablution is the heart. It's a bid'ah to say it. You know? So, like now, if I'm sitting down, it's a time for Isha. I look at the time for Isha. Khalas, I'm going to make wudu for Salat al-Isha. So intention, which is intention is what? Wajib or a shart? No. It's a shart, condition. Wajibat is 6. So condition. Remember, we mentioned condition is intention is a condition. Tasmiyah, to say Bismillah in the name of Allah, is a condition or wajib? No, it's not wajib, it's a condition. It's sunnah. It's sunnah. It's sunnah. It's a sunnah to say Bismillah. To wash the hands 3 times. To wash the hand 3 times. Yeah, it's not a condition. It's not a condition or obligation. It's a sunnah. Some scholars do say if you leave it intentionally, your wudu is invalid. But the correct... Yeah, Shalbani. But the correct one is not. Yeah, the strongest opinion is not. To wash... Nah. So to rinse... so we mentioned to wash, intention, tasmiyah, wash the hands 3 times. 3 times wajib or sunnah? MashaAllah. To rinse the mouth 3 times. And then rinse the nose. Some people they do sunnah is too. With the same water, you put in your mouth and your nose. And you rinse, spit out, and you take. And when you do it, you sniff in the water. طيب? Huh? I don't know if I go like that, but you just sniff the water and then take it out. That's it.
You taking it out, right hand, left hand?
No, left, with the left. So you sniff it in with the right hand, you take it out with the left hand. Now, me personally, I can't do both same time. I tried many times, I can't do it, man. It's hard, so I do. لا يكلف الله نفسا إلا وسعها. I can't be munafiq here. I have to speak the truth. So 3 times the hands. The 3 times. طيب. Then the mouth. Rinse the mouth and the nose. Sniff in, take it out. And we said sunnah to use siwak after. You wash your mouth. نعم. Some people they do it after finishing the wudu. طيب. But Shaykh Salih Fawzan حفظه الله تعالى mentioned after washing the mouth. طيب. To wash the face 3 times. You know, some people, you see them, they go like this. No, brother, the face, the Shaykh is going to mention, starts from here to the hairline, here to the jaw, and from the right of your ears to the left. And all that is your face, not the ears. The ears not part of the face. The ears part of the head. Now, so we make sure you wash the whole face, brother. Make sure, you know, make sure you wash the whole face. طيب. So the Shaykh mentions here to wash the face 3 times from the upper part of the forehead, the beginning of the normal hairline, to the lower part of the jaws, lengthwise, and from one ear to the other wise, without washing the ears, as they are treated as part of the head, not the face, as previously mentioned. The beard as well must be washed if the hair of the beard is not thick. So the beard must be washed, like my one. I have no beard, but no, if it's not thick. It's not thick, one has to wash it internally and externally. But if it's thick, it has to be washed from the outside. It has to be washed from the outside. And it is desirable to insert wet fingers, washing it eternally, as mentioned above. Is that clear so far? طيب. Number 6, to wash the hands up to the elbows 3 times. To elbows. You know, some people go like this. But make sure it's the elbows. Especially your fingers as well. This. So you go like this. طيب. Also the elbow. طيب. So to wash the hands up to the elbows 3 times, each has to be washed from the upper part of the fingers and nails to the beginning of the upper arm. Moreover, one has to remove whatever stick to the hands or the fingernails, such as a dough, mud, or thick paint, before washing them, so as to allow water to reach such parts. Sometimes some people they have qamis, like myself. I don't think it goes up all the way, but don't worry, I made wudu before I put the qamis on. Yeah, so some people go like this, and it's blocking the elbows, and he's not washing his hands or his forearm all the way to the elbows. So make sure it's all the way up. Because you want to make sure you wash it to the elbows. أنا طحنا يا صاحبي والله. أنا قريت السيمات ما لحقش الجيم يا أخي. طيب. So the number 7, to wipe over the whole head only once, including the ears, with wet hands. Provided with the water used for wiping over them is fresh one, unlike the remaining from washing hands. You know, also I want to mention, Ibn Abdul Barr mentioned this fa'idah. Some people, they read the hadith of Nabi ﷺ used only little water to make wudu. So he started using the little water without understanding it correctly. Instead of washing, he's doing what? Masih. He's not washing anymore. And he thinks it's from the sunnah for not using too much water. So instead of washing, he's doing masih. So we have to be careful. Shaitan will iyadu billah. Either he will lead you to extremism or to what? Negligence. Subhanallah. He doesn't mind which way you're going to be destroyed. You know, so you have to be careful how you're going to use the water. Don't end up doing masih for every part of the body, thinking you are washing. Masih just wiping. You get water. You're not even washing you're just wiping. You know? Because there's difference between washing and wiping. So you get the water, literally you got water and yep. No, it's just a little water and you don't even enough, you know, even you're just using some, like, you know, just wiping, using the water that just washed your fingers, and that water you keep using it as well, you understand? So make sure you get water that goes down, yep. Like the sunnah, when you get, of course I'm not going to put water here, you get water like this and you go down like that. Then you wash, yep. And of course, you're going to do that, which is the word I'm looking for in Arabic, which is sunnah. So make sure you rub the arm. دلك نعم بارك الله فيك تدلك طيب نعم. So wiping over the head, you got water. So the Shaykh mentioned here to wipe over the whole head only once, including the ears, with wet hand, provide the water used for wiping over them is fresh one. So after you finish with your hands, you get a new water, then you just wet your hand, and then you go like this. You go like this, back, all the way back to here. Then you go up, you go back to the front line of the hair. And then including the ears. The ears we mentioned, the index, the hip, and the thumb, like this. Some scholars said you have to wash this side too. I mean wipe. But this enough. Like this and this. طيب. And the Shaykh mentioned here as well. He said the proper way of wiping over the head is to be by putting one's wet hands on the upper part of the forehead and let them pass backwards till they reach one's nape, and then returns them forwards to the starting point after that. One is to insert 2 wet forefingers in the holes of the ears while wiping over the outer parts with one's 2 thumbs. Number 8, to wash the feet 3 times, including the ankles. To wash the feet 3 times, including the ankles. All right. As for one whose hand or foot is being cut off, such one is to wash what is left of the arm or the feet. Yep. If someone's
So you when washing the feet, you use your right hand or
the right hand.
the right?
Yeah. No more like there's no, to be honest, it's not really specific according to my knowledge. There's no specific like to, you can use both of them. Yeah. There's no specific according to my knowledge. Yep. نعم. You can use both of them. You wash your feet. Another one, if you wanna to wash between your toes, then use the right hand with the right pinky. There's hadith, yeah. Yeah, there's a hadith for that, yeah. And there's a story behind it with Imam Malik rahimahullah ta'ala. Imam Malik, when one of his students told him there's a hadith about it, and Imam Malik, he started giving fatwa based upon the hadith, and that shows you the ai the asr is to for the hadith. There's ijtihad if there's no clear text, but if the hadith there, so Imam Malik, he left his old fatwa and he started giving a fatwa based upon the hadith which he learned from his students. Subhanallah. Not like now this muta'assiba from Maliki and Shafi'i or Hanabila or Ahnaf. You tell them hadith, they tell you Imam said. So you wash, so except even if you have a little part of your forearm left, you wash it. Because there you can live Allah nafsan illa وسعها. لا يكلف الله نفسا إلا وسعها.
So, Shamsi. So if your whole arm's gone, then you have to wash it in it.
If your forearm gone,
The whole arm.
خلاص أخي, you have no arm, brother. خلاص. لا يكلف الله نفسا إلا وسعها. As the Sheikh mentions here. So fear Allah as much as you are able. Inshallah, we stop here, inshallah ta'ala. And we continue next week. Inshallah ta'ala, because I have to do something. Barakallah fiikum. But, yeah, na'am. So we'll continue next week with the rest of the way of performing ablution. Alhamdulillah, ya Rabbi. والله تعالى أعز وأعلم. وصلى الله نبينا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين وسلم تسليما كثيرا.